morning, January 21st. It is 12:30. I'm so sorry I'm late a little bit, and I thought I'd have to come in at 1, but really it's not too bad. I could come in now. I got an important phone call that I needed to take, and then after that, somebody said they were coming to pick up their order, so I was like, I want to be live. I want to be like downstairs when she comes and picks up her order, so that is why I'm a little bit delayed this morning with my call. So yeah, so that's why I have an exciting project for you today. If ever you're watching live, I know it's not my regular time. It's presently 12:30 in the Eastern Ontario. And if you're watching from my second home in Regina, it is 11:30. I also got an order from Stampin'up, so that's very exciting. So that's fun. It came in today, and it's for a class that I have on Thursday here with the beautiful butterflies. So I'm very ecstatic. And I also ordered piles of scrapbooking kits from the new scrapbooking brochure, and I have to say that the paper is so beautiful, and the cutout pieces as well, so I can't wait to create with that. I am in my office / video room space upstairs, so here I am. It's like I'm always in a different part of my house. I was gonna let somebody else give my customer order, but then everybody's gone from the house, so it's just me. So I was like, okay, I have to do this, so I'll just wait and postpone. So very fun project today. If ever you're watching, say hello. Oh, Chile, Sarnia, Ontario. Yvonne is saying, I'm so sorry that it's that cold back there. You know, here, I think it's about -15. I did take a big walk this morning, and I was like, this is a breeze compared to Regina, except here it's very humid, so that's kind of fun. I've got a cool little mini technique for you today, so I'm gonna put my screen down. Hopefully this works. You know, I still haven't resolved. There's no wand coming, so I'll have to probably order myself a camera or something like that. So tomorrow I can't come live at my regular time, so I'll try to figure if I can come earlier or it will be after my appointment. We'll get to, I'm not too sure what I'll do for that. So you see how this is so perfect, because this has the greatest view ever. So it's kind of fun because there's always good lighting here, even if there's a little bit of a snowbank in front in my window, but it's still kind of nice. I'm just going to try to move you away from the window so you don't have that glare. We adjust, right? We adjust to what we have, and this is it. You would think that I'd be more organized being in my own home, but no, because I brought so many things in Regina that a lot of my things are over there. So it's kind of fun though to have two different spaces. Let's see if I could just zoom in just a little slightly. I'm looking from the top, and it's like the camera is upside down there. Here we go. This is a lot better. Better view. Hello, Paul. How are you? You normally give me the weather in Utah, and I'm always envious of the beautiful weather in Utah. Is it still chilly down there? It must not be. It must be great. So today we're going to take a piece of basic white, and we're going to cut this one at 5 1/4. Using my scraps, and then on the opposite side it's going to be at 4. So 4 and 5 1/4. So you're going to use this piece right here. I also think you should grab one of those grid papers or scrap pieces of paper this morning, just so you're able to have this piece of paper right down there. And then you see here, I'm still going with fresh Freesia, but this technique you could do with any single color that you want, so you could choose. So I am using the beautiful butterfly stamp set, and we're going to go with this little one this morning. Ooh, still cold, but blue skies, Paul is saying. And you know what? I will take blue skies any day. I feel like it's great to have blue skies. It's just great on the mood, and yeah. Take out Versamark this morning, so we're using Versamark today. And if you want to take out that little pillow that removes static, you may do so. I just decided I'm not going to do that. Now for this tip, I want you to try to remember where you are stamping. I'm using thick cardstock. We can use watercolor paper. I am going to show you the difference between both. And if ever you still have that shimmery white paper that we used to have many years ago, that is also a great paper to use for this technique. So I want my butterflies a little bit everywhere today. I can see them because I have good lighting here, so I know that I'm not stamping in the same spot, right? So, and now I'm going to take my white embossing powder, and we're going to just add some white embossing powder. So it's white cardstock and white embossing powder. So let me grab my tray, and I'm just going to go here. And I'm just going like, seems like there's like little crumbs in there. Tonight I have a class, and it's all about, for my guests who are attending, and it's all about celebration. So we're doing different projects with the celebration brochure products. So here we go. So this is exactly the look that I would want. So if ever you have some specks somewhere else, you could just remove. So it's white on white. Okay, so I have that. And then I would ask you to heat set it with your heat tool. I already have one here that's been dried with the heat tool, but Stampin' Up's heat tool is great. Sometimes I cheat and I will add a foil piece of paper, aluminum, right underneath to speed up the heating process. So that's an option, something you can do as well if you want to heat a little faster. Now I'm going to set this one aside. I just don't want to be all noisy. Can't even talk today. And now I'm just putting some ink in my lid. If ever this is difficult for you, you can also add a drop of re-inker in your lid. I often do that. Well, I'll add some here, or you could just take a block and just add some ink on your block and then take the color from there. Now, let's see. Just gonna take one of my aqua painters, and I'm going to blend this right in here. And I'm going to add a little bit of water just to dilute it. Seems like this one's a little dry. Did you know that the aqua painter, well, the painter, the brushes, they have, they go and they roll on the opposite side. This one's a little too tight. So you have to go on the opposite side to screw them on and off, which is something I didn't know initially. Here we go. Now we got some water. So I'm using fresh Freesia. I'm going to show you other colors, and I'm just adding some water. You want to dilute it as much as possible, because if it's not diluted enough, then you're going to have some issues when you apply it. And you also don't want to leave big puddles everywhere, because if you leave big puddles, then it will saturate the paper and then it doesn't give it that great look. So I want to see what it looks like. Yes, they are starting to appear. I love this. And if I wanted to, I could just add a little bit more as well to make certain spots a little darker. So I went back in my lid. I'm just gonna bring more water in. This is not the regular brush that I use. I normally go a little bit more with the smaller one, but even bigger could work. So you see we're starting to have a little bit of shade. Once this dries up, you'll want to take your fresh Freesia, either light or dark. I'm going to go with light, and I'm just going to add a little bit of a speck on here. And if you want to do it with Wink Estella, you could do the same thing. You would just grab your Wink Estella and add a bunch of little specks right on there as well. So then this is the look that it gives. Now I already have a piece that's already all dried. I'm gonna set this one aside, and then I have the look. And I do want some of the watercolored look right there. So you would want that. Grab another piece of cardstock. This one is 4 1/4 by 11. And we're just gonna score. I'm just using basic white. If you wanna use the coordinating color, like for example, the fresh Freesia, you could do that as well. So that could be an option. But I'm just gonna go with the white. And then because my paper, I didn't use the exact watercolor paper, I am gonna add lots of dimensionals just to make it pop and make sure that nothing is curled up. I'm gonna show you a difference with the water paper. So this is the watercolor paper, and then this is the thick cardstock. So the color's a little bit different as well. And because I'm in my home in Ontario, I did have like a limited stash of this one. So I went with the thick cardstock, but I feel like they're both equally as beautiful. This one has, I used the colors that we had used. It's Berry Burst. This is Berry Burst. This is Fresh Freesia. So I am gonna go with dimensionals, just a little bit here and there. So anyways, the fact that I received my order, I'm so excited. Does everybody else get excited when they receive a brand new box full of goodies? I'm hoping I have time to create. I want to set up for tonight for my class. Make sure everything is ready. So maybe bake some muffins or little cupcakes. So we're just gonna set it on top. I'm just gonna move a little higher. There we go. So I'm doing a very natural white on white look. I'm gonna give it another big crisp fold. I like to elevate the paper when it's white on white. And we have some of the mushroom cardstock that is left over. I called it mushroom just because it had these big mushrooms here. But really, you could just use, it's free with a qualifying order. It's the, how do you call it? I have trouble saying it. So, what's the name of it? Somebody has to write it down. Toad. Can't remember. I feel like it's like a frog paper. That's what I want to call it today. Now I'm just going to use coordinating Fresh Freesia ink, and we're going to stamp the greeting "Time to Celebrate." So I do want a very large greeting. You're going to see it upside down. I'm just going to flip it for you, and this one says "Time to Celebrate." And I'm just going to snip it, and we're going to add it just slightly off, just like this. And once again, I'm gonna pull some Fresh Freesia. So you see that I'm building a full card collection. This Fresh Freesia ribbon is also part of the Celebration catalog. So Joan is saying, no new product, I'm on restriction. I get it, it's so difficult. And sometimes our can be so pricey as well. So you have to work with what you have. I like to look at my cart, my stuff, what I have, my collections, and then I just pick out of that as well. I sort all my ribbons like with the whites and the whites. So you know what, Joan? I'm sure you could find something that you have in your little stash at home where you could recreate. And today I'm using butterflies, but if you don't have the butterflies, you could use whatever you want. So I'm just gauging a little bit of how I want to set my ribbon. So instead of doing that typical bow, we're just gonna add the ribbon on a loop, and we're gonna add our greeting on top. Now I know this is light colors and you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, it doesn't really stand out, this and that. But I did do final product photos and it does stand out. It might just be a little light on the video. If I use like a bold color like Night of Navy, then it would have popped up a little bit more. So now I'm just adding a couple of mini glue dots. And this is just gonna set underneath. So I'm going with a tone on tone look, but the effect can be wow. And now let's pop up Toadstool, is that what it was called? Telling you, sometimes my English is so bad. I think when I'm tired, like last night, could not sleep. When I'm tired, it's even worse. So I'm just gonna move this a little more this way and set it. There we go. Perfect. So I do like that it's tone on tone. And then we're gonna offset this one. And good news, my purple sequins are also in, because remember I had used them all. So sometimes a little basic card can be as great. Also, I love to use the mini sequins. So it's kind of, I'm running out of them. So I'm just gonna add these a little bit everywhere here. And then I'm gonna add another one, maybe like on top here. So I know it doesn't seem like much, but it is stunning. The different watercolor look, etc. So that's great. I want to show you something a little different. You know how I love the textured floral? Well, I did the same version, but adding the textured floral one. Thank you, Joan. So she's saying it's very pretty. So maybe it does stand out because I went with such light colors, but you get to see both here. Not sure which one you prefer, adding a little bit of foliage with this one, or maybe just more the simple version, but adding Toadstool Designer Series paper. Now, you remember yesterday's projects? I started adding the butterfly on my shaker box. This is a box where we're going to be adding all the cards on the inside. So this one will fit right in here. And I still have to put a personalized, I think I'm putting somebody's name, like just personalized. The box is personalized to someone. So that's going to be today's project. I'm going to work on that. I also made this cute little box, and on the inside, some have already been sent out. It's for my team. So I did start making them little gifts, and had added their names and their title when they promoted. And my team is called Cupcake Cuties. So on the block, I had Cupcake Cuties with a little cute cupcake added there. And it's a D block, so it fits perfectly. So I'm just gonna add the person's name on the card. And I also made the coordinating bone folder for them. So I'm gonna do a package for that today. just for them because they promoted or they qualified, and just to give them as a reward. So today that's on my to-do list. If ever you're interested, I'll show you the final product with the card, etc. But it's just to give them that little special gift to say congratulations. And I did send some to my team in Alberta, so I don't know if they've received it yet. I didn't want to post about it because if I post about it, then they'll see it, right? So I hope they're not watching the live today. But anyways, they don't see. It's like it was a couple of boxes. And then the last thing that I need to package is these little mini chamois. So I'm gonna just do the same pattern of box to coordinate with everything, with their little mini chamois inside, which says their name and the team that they're on. I love that little shabby look. I think that my fresh Freesia ribbon is going to coordinate beautifully. So I'm hoping to finish that this afternoon. So having their names and added to their bone folder, their block, and a little chamois. So now I have to think, like if ever it's a different level of promotion, then I have to think of something else. But making cute, so here I am talking about my team. This can be about anything. You just want to make cute packages and make everything coordinate. And I just thought that this little drawer and then with their name once they get their gift is a lot better than if I had packaged this just like that. So currently the starter kit's on sale. If ever you're interested, you could always message me if you want to be part of my team. You don't have to do what I do. Like, it's not everybody that goes on live, and trust me, this is very new to me as well. It's too bad that this box doesn't fit in here because I could have added it right in there in this box, but it doesn't fit. So I'll just figure for this one how I'm going to package it up. But we are starting to build a very big collection. Tomorrow will be the last day that I'm going to show you something with the beautiful butterflies. You might still qualify when you order with me that you're going to get some cards in the mail that is beautiful butterfly, but we also are starting another collection, so I could give you the option of whichever one you want. But I don't even know where to put all these projects because there's so many right now, so you get to see the actual look. So if ever you're local to me in Eastern Ontario, you could always attend my class on Thursday. We're working the beautiful butterfly on Thursday. It might not be exactly like these cards. I like to tweak things up, but we are playing with that collection. For tonight, we're doing celebration cards. So if ever, you could always go on my Facebook page and look at that. So thank you very much for your patience today. And you know what? Maybe I do love my home dearly, but I also like to be in Regina in this studio because a lot of my stuff is there. So hoping you could catch me tomorrow. I will be putting a message at what time I'll be popping in. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.